Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? This is Officer Bailey here speaking. Today I'm going to be talking to y'all about my unarmed security experience. I've been a security officer for a year and a few months now, I believe so. Yeah. And this is going to be my experience. So guys, I was working for this company. I was going to get ready for this company, right? And I went there the first time. Said I didn't have a license, so I'm thinking like, could I do armed security without license? And when I got there, they were all like, "Oh no!" So I gave my license and everything, this and that, and they're all like, "You have an issue." They're all also, "You lied to us," and I'm like, "I thought I was supposed to work unarmed security without a license," but I thought wrong though. So the second time I left. I guess about a few weeks later, or a year later, two later, they're all like, came back. He's all like, I called him. I guess like I applied again, called him back. They're like, "Hey, come in for an interview." I said, "Okay." Went to the interview. I drove about almost 30-something minutes, guys, to get there, which was a little bit farther, you know. So what I did was I drove up there. I got there. It was a fence. It was like at an airplane place where you have interviews at. Like there's a big gate right here, and there's a house, big like stores where they store I guess airplanes, you can say. So I went there. We got to the building. I said, "How you doing, sir?" He's like, "I'm doing fine." He's all like, "You look familiar." And I said, "Okay." I was like, I remember this guy, but he don't remember me, you know? It was kind of a little weird, creepy. It was a creepy black dude, though. He was nice, though, but he was an asshole. Asshole, guys. An asshole to me. So I didn't let it stop me, though. So he's all like, "Got a license on you?" Then I started asking him kinds of questions like, and he kept asking me, saying, I know you look familiar. Like, have we met before? What's your name? I told him my name and this and that. And he's all like, "Okay." And what I did was I gave him that. And I'm like, "Oh shoot." So I started getting nerves and everything, I'm like, "Who is this guy?" Like it makes it sound like this guy I think he knows me or something. I don't know, because I never met this guy. I met this guy like twice. That's it. So I'm thinking like, what's wrong with this guy? Anyways, guys, so with that being said, I gave my license and everything. I had to take my level 2 test, which is a non-commissioned security officer, unarmed security license. And so, but we'll talk about the unarmed license here in later on future, purposes. So, took the test and all that. He's like, "You passed." Then he started being all saying, "You want direct deposit or something?" I said, "No." He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now. Like, you get a paper check or deposit." And I'm like, why is this guy talking to me like that? Like, why? And you know what's funny, guys? And this was my first time even experiencing some unarmed security experience before I even became an officer. I'm like, dude, before I even stepped right foot through that door. That was my first company ever, guys. But I was gonna stay. I was gonna like actually work there. I was just like, So I went to my other job. I went in at like 3. And he wanted me to start around 6 something. I don't know. I don't remember. I texted him and said, "Hey man, I can't come in. Can't work today." He was all like, "Hey man, I'll let you know I can't come in today. It's just I can't do it." He's all like, "What do you mean you can't come in?" Something like that. He was like, "Why are you telling me the last minute, this and that?" And all that bullshit. I was like, okay. And he started calling me, and I'm over here just working my other job, like, he's all like talking about started saying some more kinds of like, "No one's his fault but yourself." Bought him back the shirts and everything. Like he was just so mad when I gave him the stuff. He was looking at me all funny and everything. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna experience something like this stuff in the future, guys. You know how it be. He gave me uniforms. I handed it to him like that. And he's all like, "Oh, And then I guess I applied for another company, but I didn't realize it was the same one. I was like, oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. And he called me back and said, nah, man. He was like, nah, we ain't doing this again. I was all like, oh my God. I'm like, did I really just apply for the wrong company? Like, what the hell? Like, I wasn't even paying attention. I really wasn't. So a year later, I got with another security company. So later on the year, next year, the year after that, after the COVID season was over, some of those other companies. So I went over there, worked for them about a day or two, and all that. So, and it was kind of a weird experience though, because people started being rude and disrespectful and all that. Like, guys, this was my I wasn't even in it that long either when I first started, and it was just like, what the hell's going on? But when people started telling me their experience and security officers' experiences, whatever, so I was like, oh, that's why they act like that. Because nowadays, when you're a rookie in the security field, they take advantage of young folks like me. I was like, y'all supposed to help these people, not be against them. And then somebody told me, well, man, that's the way it is. Like, they don't care about these people's lives. All they care about is pleasing the client and everything. But at the same time, you got to start having talks with these people, because you got to go home at the end of the day. Like, I'm not going to put my life online if my life's not going to matter to you. Like, if my life don't matter, then why should I have to matter to the business owner? I mean, you get what I'm saying, guys? I'm not trying to be funny with it, but it's just one of those things. Like, you got to put yourself first. I understand it's about money, but me personally, I don't care about money. All I care about is making a difference out of it. Money is money, though. As long as I got enough cash to take care of my people, I'm good, no problem. So back, and then I told him, I said, hey, I'm leaving. I don't feel... It was funny, but I didn't even have a license at the time, too, when I was working at the security company. So I'm thinking, okay, I shouldn't be working with a license, like impersonating, though. I'm like, so it kind of made me feel uneasy. I went there for 2 days. And it was just like, nah, I don't feel safe doing this. So I left and everything. And I guess I waited around a year later on, I believe. So I want to go apply to this other security company. It was a brand new one, too. And it's been going well, though, and some shit. You know? But hear me out, though. So I got there to the interview, and this is a former cop, too, we're speaking to. Like, he was talking about, all kinds of shit, because when I asked him these questions, he knew what I was talking about. He wasn't going to bullshit me around. So it was just like, okay, yeah, this is what they was doing, this and that. Then gonna tell me he don't like politics. My mind, I was like, if you don't like politics, then why are you a cop? Like, why was you doing police in the first place then? Like, this man's older now, but it was just like, okay. He's all like, I was working with these bad officers, this and that. Crooked judge and bad judges. He was like, yeah. Like, I said it to him, though, like, I'm not afraid to, tell you how I feel and how it is, you know? Like, hey, if you know, if I ask you something, I expect you to tell the truth no matter what. So I worked for him about a good few months, though. About almost a month. So I guess one time me and the supervisor got into it when I was working at this other location. It's a small area where you check cars and everything, this and that. And I left, I believe. I left for about a minute. I left. I told the guy, I said, hey, man, I'm pinning my notice. I was there for almost about a month now, I believe. I don't remember. So with that being said, it was just like, I don't know. Kind of made me feel uneasy, though. And yeah, you know that. And I was working for this other security company before I came to that brand new one. Some stuff happened over there. Then left. They gave me a license, so I was like, I'm leaving. Maybe I can try again later in the future, So after I was working with the brand new one, so went over there about a few weeks. Some weird stuff started happening. Like, they were calling me almost nonstop. Like, I don't know. Like, the boss owner was yelling at me, though. Because the boss owner was a former cut, which is his company, though. So, yeah. And then my supervisor gonna start saying some stuff like, dude, you don't learn how to write your reports. I'm like, writing a professional way. So, in case something does happen. But at the same time, I'm like, how are you gonna tell me that, but you're the one's fucking up, Like... He started talking about, oh, my kid can do it, can write better. I'm like, dude, don't want to talk about your kids, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, like, I'm so confused. Like, dude, what does it have to do with me doing with your kids and everything? It doesn't make any sense, brother. And then the funny thing about it is, I'm sitting here like, why are you talking to me like that for? And I was working at the new location in Arlington and all that. Texas, though. So, I guess me and the other supervisor gonna to it. He gonna call me, and then his other supervisor gonna call me, ask me some questions. I'm like, dude, you're supposed to teach me. Like, I went over the basic rules, checked the cars, did all that. Then it was just stupid, though. I don't get it. And then I left. Then I'm gonna go check in the car, and then I'm over here getting distracted, trying to finish all of his car. This fool won't quit calling me nonstop. I'm like, dude, let me do my damn job. Like, let me do my job. Like. And I guess an employee came from there. We was talking for a little bit. He left. I guess other supervisor came, and plus they like to sneak up on folks too. I'm like to see what they learned. In the back of my mind, I'm like, learn what? I'm like, dude, I know what to do and not to do. So why do I need to explain myself to you though? Like, I understand you're my rank though, but I don't have to explain to you for anything. The only time I'll explain is to the boss owner of the company, which is the chief. Me and him start going back and forth, this and that, trying to intimidate me and everything. But I ain't gonna tell you. But I don't know, guys. I don't know. So I told him, I said, hey, I'm putting my notice in. And then he gonna be all like, well, I'm sorry to see you. He calls me and say, hey, man, I'm sorry to see you go, this and that. So I was just like, yeah, man, I don't know. Maybe one day we could try again in the future. And then he didn't even let me finish the last week on my notice. So I was like, man, whatever. I was like, whatever. I'm not taking this bullshit no more. It's whatever. And so I got on this other company in Fort Worth. And they sent me all the way to Dallas, Texas, unarmed. In a bad area that I was not familiar with. And it was my first time going to that. I was driving almost like an hour and a half, guys. An hour and a half. So it was just like, yeah, this is kind of a little weird and sketchy to me. But I didn't have a choice. I mean, I did what I had to do, because even if... So, I left. Got on to him. Got paid the next week. And I started like on Thanksgiving or the day after Thanksgiving. I don't know. Yeah, I started the next day on Thanksgiving. Man, guys, it was so dead silent over there. It was even funny. I was working at a T-Mobile cell phone place, unarmed. So first day was okay, I guess. I was there for about almost 3 months now. But let me tell you what happened during those 3 months. So I was there for about the cell phone place for about a few months. And then some stuff started going down over there. Like this female child, like get an attitude with this lady, whatever. Whole lot of bullshit. This and that. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I gotta pick up my brother. Anyways, guys, I'm in this video. I'm gonna make another one tomorrow. Stay tuned for another one. For part 2. Peace.